Harvey Milk grew up in a small middle-class Jewish family in Woodmere, New York. After graduating from college with no one suspecting his homosexuality, Milk enlisted in the Navy, where he rose rapidly through the ranks. In college and in the Navy, people described Milk as a funny, friendly, and an ordinary guy who often argued about politics. Even though Harvey achieved a lot of accomplishments in the Navy, he later told voters that he was dishonorably discharged when they found out about his homosexuality. Harvey started living with his lover, Joe Campbell, and taught math, history, and coached basketball in a high school in New York. Teaching was a risky job for LGBTQ people at the time, because your career could easily be destroyed by the smallest rumor of homosexuality. Harvey got tired of teaching, so he started working at an insurance company. Milk eventually moved to the Bay Area in 1969, where he was working as a financial analyst by day and enjoying the city's thriving gay social scene after hours. In 1972, he opened a camera shop on Castro Street, which was in the heart of the gay community. There, he decided to run for a seat on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. With his charisma, energy, and natural political skills, Milk was soon known as the mayor of Castro Street. After coming up short in another bid for the Board of Supervisors in 1975, Milk landed a post in new mayor George Moscone's administration on the Board of Permit Appeals. However, he was forced out after announcing his candidacy for the California State Assembly, which led to another campaign defeat. Milk founded the San Francisco Gay Democratic Club to get more political support. Harvey finally became one of the country's first openly gay elected officials, and that same year, the Board of Supervisors also saw the first Chinese American and the first African American woman elected. He also introduced a bill to ban discrimination in employment, housing, and public accommodations based on sexual orientation, one of the nation's strongest gay rights measure to date. The only one that voted against the bill was Supervisor Dan White. California State Senator John Briggs introduced Proposition 6, which sought to ban gay teachers and anyone supporting gay rights from working in California schools. Milk spent summer and fall of 1978 campaigning against Prop 6. Milk drew support from several politicians, including President Jimmy Carter and former California Governor Ronald Reagan, and Proposition 6 was defeated in November. Dan White had resigned his post months earlier and asked to be reinstated, but he was denied. Because of this, on November 27, 1978, Dan White crept into City Hall through a basement window, armed with a revolver. Fueled with rage, he first killed Mayor Moscone, and after that killed Harvey with 5 shots. That night, thousands of Milk supporters marched to City Hall for a peaceful candlelight vigil.
In an era where homosexuality was heavily oppressed, an era where people fear gay and transsexuals because they view them as sick and perverted, view them as wrong because of their misguided and misunderstanding of gay people. So the gay community needed an openly gay political hero in their gay community. Harvey Milk stepped forward. In 1972, he became the heart of gay community in Castro Street. He was the first openly gay official in United States history. He became the leader of the gay community. In San Francisco, he fought to keep rights of mostly gays, but also lesbians. He managed to get elected as a board of supervisors. He founded a San Francisco Gay Democratic Club to obtain political support from locals. As a supervisor, he banned discrimination against employment, housing and public accommodations based solely on their sexual orientation. So he was a gay activist. He pushed for laws to protect discriminating laws against gays. And it really helped that he was in office for this. In a way, he stood up for thousands of gays who felt homeless against an oppressive society. He fought hard against Proposition 6. This prop, had it passed, it would ban gay teachers and anyone supporting gay rights from working in California schools. Harvey Milk urged people to come out of the closet, as it is termed. He wanted to show the world that there is a gay in every doctor's office and law firm. He wanted to connect everyone to gay issues by connecting their loved ones. Also, because of him, more elected officials came out to the public. Two known figures at the time were Jerry Stutz and Barney Frank. They held office in the House of Representatives. Because of the knowledge that Harvey Milk served in the United States Navy, in 2006 there was a ship named after him, the United States Navy ship Harvey Milk. This ship replenishes oil. In 2009, May 22nd was formally recognized as Harvey Milk Day in California, and he was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom by the president in office at the time, Barack Obama. I am from Greekwood website. It is a website where a person who identifies as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people of all backgrounds can publish their first-person stories. This website was inspired by Harvey Milk.
Harvey Milk had a huge impact on government worldwide. He paved the way for LGBTQ politicians at a time when not many were risking their life. 40 years after his death and decades after his history-making election, a record-breaking rainbow wave of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Americans followed in his footsteps by running for office and winning. With him as an example, future generations will forever be inspired to enter politics and activism and fight for LGBTQ rights. And with more LGBTQ people in office, more issues of equality will be addressed. And hopefully in our lifetime, we will get to see the first LGBTQ president.
In 1977, Harvey Milk was elected to the Board of Supervisors in San Francisco. Milk was one of the first openly gay men elected to the public office in the United States. Milk became involved in local politics and ran for the public office to encourage equality and enhance the lives of the working class. He also ran because he was partly inspired by what he viewed as unfair taxes on small businesses and also inequality amongst the gay community. Milk wanted to make a change. Milk's legacy of fighting for gay rights and to inspire the new generation of civic activists across the United States. He fought for sexual equality and the civil liberty for gays and lesbians. Milk realized that there was a history of inequality for gays in the United States. He knew that the only way to achieve equality was for a gay person to be elected to office. According to Milk, there is a major difference, and it remains a vital difference, between a friend and a gay person. A friend in office and a gay person in office. It's not enough anymore just to have a friend represent us, no matter how good a friend they may be. His motivation was to bring awareness about the gay community and to stop inequality. Milk was a key asset for the gay rights. Winning the election was a huge step for Milk to promote gay rights and equality. Milk not only wanted to change the stereotype that existed about gays, but he also wanted to promote legal framework that supports gays, such as passing of gay right bills, speaking out to legislation which restricted gays civically and politically. Milk was inspired especially by the gay youth community. A few of the gay youth reached out to him after his election because he was a figure of hope for them. Milk openly referenced two of the gay teenagers who contacted him. These teenagers told Milk that he gave them hope to make a change in their own community. These youth had significant impact on Milk's motivation to continue the fight for equality, especially for the future of the gay youth groups. On top of this, Milk was also concerned about how gays were not allowed to teach in schools due to the Proposition 8, also known as Briggs Initiative, which covered the whole state of California. Milk wanted to change this legislation. He understood that the only way to convince Californians that gays should not be fired simply because of their sexual orientation was for the closeted gays to come out. Milk urged all gays all over the United States to come out of the closet. Milk's dedication helped eradicate Proposition 6. Milk was a believer in nonviolence. He was motivated to improve the lives of those who were discriminated against. Milk states that gay people, we will not win our rights by staying quiet in our closets. He wanted everyone who is gay to come out and stop hiding from who they really are. Milk believed that the government should represent individuals, not just the downtown interests, and should ensure equality for all citizens while providing needed services. Milk believed that the more gay people who came out of the closet, the more families and friends who would support and protect their equal rights. With Milk's inspiration in the future LGBTQT, he helped shape the fight for the rights and more equality. Milk's death did not go in vain. Many of Milk's goals have come true since his time.
Trial and murder. In 1978, Harvey Milk was shot to death by Dan White. White was tried for murder, though his attorney argued that his judgment was impaired by clinical depression due to his consumption of junk food. He was convicted of manslaughter instead of murder, which is a less severe crime. This was a big controversy and became known as a Twinkie defense. This sparked a riot known as White Night Riot. When questioned, a protester said, "It's junk food," referencing the trial. Many books and films were published documenting the life of Harvey Milk. His legacy lives on. LGBTQ children of that era, grown adults now, still remember Harvey Milk.
So I ask for movement to continue, for movement to grow, because last week I got that phone call from Altoona, Pennsylvania, and my election gave somebody else, one more person, hope. And after all, that's what it's about. It's not about personal gain, not about ego, not about power. It's about giving those young people out there in Altoona, Pennsylvania,